are here? Ooh, lucky bug. Are you being sarcastic or something, my son?
Fool, you should never mix your drinks.
What are you, retarded? We have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
Don't be an arse. Get a weapon collector class.
I could knock him out in the shed. Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. Is that why you are here?
Alright, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Yeah. This will be the live stream after the premiere. Just wait for some people to get on. Raoul Duke, how you doing, mate? You alright? Yep, happy Halloween. This one goes up to you, mate.
What are you doing so early? Shit the bed.
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I thought that the premiere was pretty good. I enjoyed it. There's been a lot of editing for the last couple of fucking weeks. I ain't too bad. My hands are still fucked. I don't know what's wrong with them yet. But yeah, they're still no better at all. I don't know if you heard, but I don't know, my hands are just fucked. If I do any physical work, they fucking kill. So I can't do any shed work. Sometimes my fingers get stuck. I've had a blood test, and that should have come back by now if there was anything in that, and there weren't, so that's fine, hopefully. Doctor said get an x-ray, but I need to wait until I get something, get an appointment. It could be arthritis, could be carpal tunnel, or could be damaged tendons. But other than that, yeah, I ain't too bad. I'm happy enough. I just can't do anything really. Even like opening a jar or trying to rip a bag, my hands fucking kill. Tyrell, it's not wankers. If it was wankers cramp, I'm pretty sure I would have had that by now. Oh, God. But yes, hello, Tyrell. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, if you missed it, I've just done a hour and a half premiere. Or did you watch it? Let me know. Raoul said, harsh man, I wanted the alligator. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, well worth getting. I can't hold it because I could probably hold the box up, but there's no point. But if I hold anything up, it looks like a gun, they'll shut the live stream down. But yeah, well worth getting. Well worth getting. The quality of it looks really nice. Yeah. Nick, how you doing, mate? You all right? So these are arthritis gloves, if anyone wonders why I'm wearing them. They're tight on your hands. They do tend to help a bit. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I haven't done anything physical with my hands for so long. They're not really hurting all the time, but they still do hurt. If I do anything, even like cutting, like if I'm cooking the fucking dinner and cutting vegetables, that hurts my hands. So anything helping with the pain. Sorry if you've already explained it, just gone. Painkillers help a bit to stop it, but no, not really. None of the things I've tried. Ice don't really help. Heat don't really. They help a little bit, but none of it. So they all ease it a bit. Like these help it a bit. These do ease it a bit, but nothing really is doing anything. Like nothing's making it better. Dara said, my pistol arrived. Very happy. Have to wait till next week for the bulk ammunition order. I will be delivered. Nice. What? You bought one of those, did you? And you got it already? Nice. Yeah. As I said, I can't hold it up, but from what I've looked at, it looks excellent. Looks really good. It looks as good as I've seen the Stinger. I've held a Stinger. I've shot a Stinger. It looks about as good as a Stinger to me. That means, yeah. I'm sure that'll be fucking decent. Medical cannabis. Oh, I haven't thought about that. Maybe. I do need to look. I'm going to wait until see what the doctor says and all that shit. But then I might start looking into stuff like that or CBD and all that kind of shit. Oh no, my 2 mil centimeter. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah. Saint said, what bolts are you going to use on it? Well, seeing as that's a magazine that can take broadheads, I might set that up so it sits there with broadheads in it. Because the thing is, I've never set my adder up to have broadheads in it, because I've never found any broadheads that fit in it that fit perfectly in the magazine. Apart from the shit that George Sprouse sells or Go Gun, I'm not buying that shit. Way too expensive. So yeah, I'll probably set that up with some broadheads in it. Yeah, in the bolts, yeah. Roll Dukes have been legal since 28. No, I know someone who does it, who actually does get medical marijuana, medical cannabis. Yeah, no, I do know someone. Well, I know someone who knows someone. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, Saint said, can broadheads be used over and over? I've only used field tips, and even they get me. Yeah, as long as they're not damaged, you can use broadheads continuously. Yeah, especially if they're good hardened ones, Saint. Yeah, you can use them constantly. Mark said, I thought it was over. No, I thought I'd come on for a live stream. Do a quick live stream. Oh, Christ. Andrew's on. Hello, Andrew. How are you? Put a donation in at least. You must have plenty of money still. Joe said, ever since I was a kid with super epilepsy, who would have died had the government not changed the law? Fair enough. But yeah, I will look into that. I'm gonna see what the doctor says first. You know, I might as well find out potentially what's wrong with my hands and then move on to something else. I suspect though it's damaged tendons, which won't get better. She said I could have injections in my hands there, and that might make it a bit better. What it is, you basically can get sort of growths or lumps on your tendons from overusing them. And that's why your fingers stick, because it's like stuck there, and it'll go. Yeah, I don't know. It's what it is. But yes, definitely. If you don't know yet, definitely get one of them. It could be carpal tunnel, but I don't know. So the things they reckon it could be arthritis, carpal tunnel, or damaged tendons. I think it's damaged tendons, but it could be carpal tunnel. Tubby Risner, how you doing, man? It's been a while since you've been on. I've got carpal tunnel braces as well. Splints. But I don't wear them when I'm sort of live streaming and doing shit. Because otherwise I'm constantly fighting against them and it makes my wrists hurt afterwards. So I went down the rabbit hole and there's a company of people that make and have scissors that act like punch daggers and balisongs. Seriously cool and legal here, I think. Oh, I suppose if they're scissors. Yeah, they would be legal, wouldn't they? Yeah. Roll said probably shooting too many. Maybe. Do you know what I reckon it is? I reckon it's all the leather work I've been doing, the knife making I've been doing. I was doing a hell of a lot of leather making and knife work recently, last couple of months. And it had been coming on gradually. Every now and then I'd have really painful hands, but it would only last for about a day. And then this just fucking happened. And at the time I couldn't rest them properly because I was doing stuff, which I think made it worse. And it won't go away now. It's been over 2 months that they're not better, really. They're not better in the slightest, really. The only reason they don't fucking kill right now is because I haven't done anything. But even if I turn a handle or flush the fucking toilet, fucking kills. Those are tendons. I bet it's the tendons. I don't know. I reckon it could be. It could be. I don't know. But we'll see. Yeah, anyway, what have you not been up to? Have you had a good Halloween night? I went to fucking bed earlier. Raoul said probably cold weather makes it worse. Well, I thought that as well. Because the thing is, the reason we suspect it could be arthritis as well, is because arthritis does run in my family, and I am starting to get, you can't really see them, but I am starting to get lumps in my knuckles there and there and there now. They're only small. That there weren't there before. It's hard to show you, really, but Can't really see it, but there's a lump there that weren't there years ago. So it said those small nail clipper scissors people mod to act like punch daggers. However, they are still completely usable. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I've got some over there. Dan H, how you doing, mate? He said, how long did it take for the Sobet to come from Merlin? So I didn't buy mine from Merlin. I actually bought mine from Prepper's shop for more than what Merlin. At the time, I didn't know Merlin was selling them for 60 quid. And I'd already ordered mine from the Prepper's shop for 100 quid. So, yeah, still a fucking bargain. About 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks for that. And it's taken just over 2 weeks. And I still haven't got the Barnet Demon Tri-Strike, which I ordered. But again, that did say that it might take a few weeks because it's coming from a European factory or some bullshit warehouse. Saint said, had like 100 kids trick-or-treating down our street, ended up raining and went home. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I went to sleep. I was tired. I fucked my knee up the other night. So my hands was fucked. My knees was fucked. I went to bed till about 8:30. Yeah, a couple of weeks, Dan. John, how you doing, mate? You all right? John said, I'm looking at the Umarex paintball pistols. Looks like fun. Yeah, I've never had one of them. Never had one. Raoul said, saw this guy earlier talking about filing down the thin part of the bolt outline on top of the mags that are fitting on. I thought about the same thing, yeah. Yeah, inside the mag is a little slot. I did think that. Yeah, that would probably, I did think that. I thought maybe what I might do, I might even get another one down the line and do that to it. I do like that it's got, and I know that slightly restricts the bolts you use, but what that does, that keeps the bolts flat. It's the same thing, what the adder does the same thing, but at the back instead of in the middle. They have them knocks that have that are like that instead of round. And that makes the bolts sit flat because that should then prevent that having the same issues that the Redback XR had. The Redback XR had an issue where the bolts would sit down like that and then you'd fire it and they'd catch the magazine, fucking break the magazine and make it shoot off. Horrible when that happened. That happened to me. I think that happened to quite a few people. That's why you can't just fucking shoot it really quickly because you've got to look at it. Whereas that should stop that doing that. But again, you know, what I would do, so the two options is either file down that bit like you said so you can fit normal bolts in, or get the normal bolts, cut the flights down a bit and file in a little bit of a groove and then they'll fit. So I don't know. But yeah, I know what you mean there. Dan said, cheers, bud. Welcome, mate. John said, and I read that. Joe said, hands and knees were fucked. Then we had that thing in the last stream with someone wanting to bum you. Bad week, yes. Yeah, well, the bumming never happened, so I'm okay. Yes. Dan said the slot is at the top and lower down to it. Yeah. So I got it there. I've had a look. But yeah. But the bolts. That end's completely normal. That wouldn't take a lot to just file that and then cut them flights back a bit. But what that's to do, that's to stop the bolts sitting like that. Dan said, yeah, bolts £6 a pack. That ain't too bad though, really. That's all right. That's about average. How many crossbows you got now? Did you know what, Saint? I was thinking that 21, 22 maybe. I haven't counted them for a while. 21 or 22, maybe 23. I'll do a video soon, crossbow hoarders video. Hello, my queen. How are you? You all right? Carrying darts, you always have an excuse for playing darts. Oh, exactly. Raoul said, when do we get a demo video of the alligator? Probably, you know what? let's say Monday, Tuesday, sometime next week though. Sometime next week. Tomorrow, I might be able to set it up tomorrow, but tomorrow is the Splyroverse special in the evening, so I might have a little relax in the day. But maybe tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, something like that. Not long. What I'll do, I'll put it all together first on a video. That'll be the first video. Maybe I'll put that Sunday, and then the video after that will be a basic demo, and then a video after that I'll do full-on tests. But we'll do a put it together video, or maybe I'll do a put it together and shoot it video. So that'll be both. How to put it together and then showing it being shot. TC, how you doing, mate? He said, "Are you worried about crossbow being outlawed?" Yes and no. It doesn't worry me. It depends what they do. If they make them have to have license, I'll have to get a license. If they ban them, I'll have to get rid of them. But the thing is, I know what the government are like. At any point, I'm prepared to lose all my weapons if that happens. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sort of prepared for it. It wouldn't come as a surprise. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'll get them while I can. If they ban them, they ban them. Yeah, you've lost a load of money, but everything. If no matter what you spend money on, it's gone, isn't it? So you know what I mean. Well, actually, yeah, the Redback XR doesn't sit level. The standard Redback is good for shooting most 6.5-inch bolts and shorter. Yeah, the Redback's a lovely pistol crossbow, isn't it? Saint said, and can that crossbow take the bayonets and flashlights, slings, etc.? Love to see the video. Yeah, that would be able to take, with the amount of rails and shit that's got, Saint, you can have a torch this side, a laser that side, a bayonet underneath, a handle underneath, a quiver, and still have a complete rail on the top for sights, red dot, whatever you want to put on the top, and have room for, I don't know what you'd put on the top, but yeah, I'll be honest with you, they have really thought about it, actually. I think they've actually looked and seen what people want and done it, because they bring these crossbows out, and I don't think they do a lot of research. That looks to me like that's been fairly researched. Or the other thing I suspect, they've bought the rights off of someone who's done a 3D printed one and done their own version of it. Maybe they've stolen it, I don't know. But usually when people 3D print their stuff, they're a proper user, so they think of all the shit people would want, and they've extended the rail underneath nearly right up to the bit you hold. So you've got a long rail underneath, really long one on the top, 2 short ones on the side, extendable fucking stock. Yeah. 60 quid, you can't go wrong. 60 fucking quid. That's 10 quid more than the one without a magazine. Zara said, our government is so unpopular that the people are ignoring the government making laws. They ban them. I won't surrender my stuff. Gerald said, knowing how to make weapons would become a criminal offence. Raoul said, if you file the top of the magazine, it will accept Amazon 6.5-inch box. Well, there's a slit in. I can't show you properly, but there's a slit in it. You'd have to take the sides off for that. Lazy Days, how you doing, mate? You're right. He said, bro, appreciated your comment tonight. Thanks. I'll be giving Merlin. Yeah, get over there, mate. Get over there. Get one while you've got a chance. But yeah, really worth getting. Fucking great crossbow, that is. Really, really well worth getting for 60 quid. Grumpy Adventures, how you doing, mate? He said, I've ordered 2 of the crossbows from Merlin. Nice one. Yeah, well worth getting. Saint said, oh, what's that 60 quid? Cheaper than most decent blades. Yeah, exactly. Well, as I say, that's 10 quid more than the standard version. And, I haven't shot it yet. I've seen a couple of videos people shooting it. Don't seem to be much issues. Yeah, it's got proprietary bolts, but nearly all of them have now. Nearly all of them have proprietary bolts. But you can put broadheads in that as standard. That's good. You just have to stop. And the thing is, with a slight modification, which I'll do eventually, I'll show you how to. I think it'd be easier just to mod standard bolts to fit that rather than make that fit standard bolts, if that makes sense. Cookie, how you doing, mate? You all right? The Tri-Strike ain't turned up yet, and I've no notifications on that yet. Mark said, hopefully they never ban or license crossbows. Yeah, I genuinely don't think they will. I don't think they will. The amount of shit that's happened, the fact that someone, tried to get onto Windsor Castle grounds and supposedly wanted to shoot the Queen, that didn't take them. That didn't get them banned. There ain't much more that's fucking gonna, unless the only two things is if I don't want to say it, but if someone important, was taken out, maybe. Rather than having to give ID for the purchase. Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? So Metallic won't even buy from some places now because of that. I really don't want to get a crossbow, but I'm really tempted now. Renato, how you doing? Said, I already bought my Sobek and I haven't had a problem yet. 100% recommend. Oh, nice one, mate. Yeah, it looks excellent. It looks genuinely excellent. Really nice quality. I haven't put the limbs on yet. Yeah, it looks really nice. Laser PS, I'm great with bows like Robin is. Ain't got a looking. Nice. Do not be shooting apples off your kids' heads, though. Yeah, I'm being very careful what I say, but you know what I mean? I think, I don't know. Hopefully they won't get banned or licensed. Every time it's ever come up, it's always been, that was William Tell, wasn't it, Joe? Yeah. Every time it's ever come up for a debate sort of thing, they've always just gone, now that we think the laws are strict enough as they are. And they did, because the thing is, okay, here's one of the reasons why I don't think they'll ban them. They did do something about it recently. Did you know that? They did change the laws recently about crossbows. And it's only very minor. And, well, it wasn't a law change, but they did do something. And do you know what they did? They made it so that if it's something to do with, I'm sure this was to do with the crossbow stuff, but if people are buying like what they call suspicious orders, they need to be reported to the police. Yeah, but I'm sure that was in response to the crossbow stuff. I think anyway. I've just suddenly thought, actually, is that? Yeah. Mark said the Demon Tri-Strike looks good, especially the magazine. Says, yeah, I've got one of those on. Well, you know, Mark, don't you? I've got one. I'm waiting for that. I'm really looking forward to that. That's a bit more expensive. I think it's £100 on Prepper's shop. So this is the thing. The Sobek is cheaper on Merlin Archery, but the Demon Tri-Strike is cheaper on Prepper's shop. The Demon Tri-Strike is a free shot magazine that you load the bolts like into the body of the crossbow. So it doesn't have a magazine on top. That fucking crossbow looks beautiful. It's like one of the nicest looking crossbows I've ever fucking seen. And I've got the up. Well, thank you, Mark, because you donated for me to buy it, didn't you? Giles said, was it the kind of change one mentioned with the sub 1 inch? I can't remember now, mate. Saint said, good to know all the criminals ain't putting hacksaws, bin bags, and I know. That's what I thought. What is this? You imagine that, though? Suspicious fucking orders. As you say, what is a suspicious order? So if I went on Prepper's shop, bought hacksaw, bin bags, some fucking lye, some bleach, a couple of crossbows and some machetes, is that a suspicious order? Because not necessarily. And people, what they forget is a lot of people who collect this kind of stuff, when they buy it, they've been saving up and they buy a load. And it's not because they're fucking going out to do something. It's just that's what they collect and they've saved up to buy stuff. So they buy a load when they're there. Saves you with the fucking posters. I've just got to stick my finger up my nose. I think my nose is bleeding. No, it's not. I sometimes get random nosebleeds. And that suddenly went all wet in one nostril. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Lazy Days said, you want me to do footage, my American bows? Lazy Days, if you want to do that, do it and let me know, and then I'll definitely come over and watch. Renata, a spade, get one of those fucking spades, yeah. fucking folding shovels. Renato said, I've never seen a company that charged €300 for the same model of alligator crossbow with a magazine on top. No. I hope, because of these lot doing this, all of the other companies bring their prices down now. Because someone said to me, does that mean we've been getting ripped off all this time? Yes, we have. We have been getting ripped off with every magazine crossbow apart from the Redback XR. Every single one of them is a fucking rip-off apart from that. Because how dare any company sell you a fucking box on top of it for 200 quid for that fucking box, and the crossbow itself costs 50 quid. Yeah. Even like the adder, 350 quid, whatever, it's 400 quid for that new magazine. The actual the fucking base crossbow you can get for 100 quid. So 250 quid for that box of fucking plastic on the top of it. Fucking rip off. I've always pissed me off. That's why I'm so glad that the video I did for that's had 300 and fucking 1,300 views so far, and I'm so fucking happy it has, because that might tell these fucking pricks to put their prices down. Yeah, shovels and limes and bags of lime, yes. TC said, never understand the laws regarding something like crossbows. Medieval technology that anyone can replicate. Exactly. Not the sort of thing, but I don't mass shooting. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think because no one's done any kind of mass shooting with them, because you pretty much, you struggle to, unless it's got something like a magazine on it, potentially. But you know what I mean. We'll see what happens, but if it happens, it happens. Mark said, did you see the price of the 18-shot adder magazine? I haven't. But yeah, as you can tell, it really pisses me off. I think they are fucking taking the piss with the prices. A plastic box on the top. And these approved it. Tenner. 10 quid. They put 10 quid on the price for all of them. Fucking mental. Yeah, mental. Even if they were selling that, sorry, because it does get me a bit animated and fucking emotional, but even if that was being sold for 150 quid, that'd still be a bargain. That'd still be a fucking bargain. Yeah. That'd still be a bargain if that was 150 quid. Saint said, I'd love to see you do a Decathlon recurve review. I think about 25 quid. Send me a message about that, Saint. And when I get paid next time from YouTube for the ads money, I could probably get one of them, because it's gone up a little bit at the minute. It ain't too bad. I can afford to buy things now. Before I was earning about 30 quid a month. So I had to keep all that. I have seen all of them, all of the Revo 7, every single one of them, apart from that, are piss take. A fucking piss take for the price. Don't you agree? Thanks. So I can send you send me an email and a link, and then what I'll do, I'll put that link in my online list of stuff. But yeah, that could be the proverbial game changer. Let's just hope someone like George Sprav doesn't start slagging it off and claiming it's shit so that people buy his own stuff, because that's what he does. When he fell out with Stinger, he started doing videos saying the Steamboat. He started saying the Stinger was shit and all this, and like fabricating tests to make it look bad. He'll say that's a toy or something, even though the one he makes, that one he sells, £60 limb. So that's not powerful enough to do fuck all. That 18 undershot thing. If that's £60 a standard, that's not going to do fuck all. Saint said laughing, I was like, the thing is, Saint said you hate that guy with passion. The problem is, because he is a bad ambassador for crossbows. He is. People love him and say, he does all, look at him creating all these things. He created very few things. Most of these things are copies of other things, and he claims they're his own. And the other one is doing those kind of tests and try to make other things look bad where he shouldn't be doing that. I've seen him go on someone else's channel who had created a magazine for a crossbow that wasn't one of the ones he sells. He basically claimed it was crap, and that all this is what he said, right? He said something along the lines of, "That's not very good. I don't see why people bother. A bow with a magazine on is better. Yeah, a bow, whatever. Yeah, is better. A bow with a magazine on it is better." So it contradicted all the shit that he goes on about, when he tries to sell them to you. Yeah. And he knows me. He's a bad ambassador for crossbows, really, because he's very biased, and it's all about that. It's all about money. Joel said the magazine with that crossbow is safer than previous ones and will reduce injuries from the issues you mentioned last stream about parts flying off. Yeah, government would likely ban the older mags. Mark said the Revo mags are around 50 quid. Well, is that for an extra? Yeah, that's not too bad for an extra. Raoul said saw it chrono 190 feet. Yeah, it's got about an inch less power stroke in it, but 190. I'll do the full test. I'll chrono it, and I'll do penetration tests with different bolts and all that against the redback to see what kind of difference there would be. And then, because the thing is, for 60 quid, I don't care about putting a better prod in it, because you can afford to, can't you? Mother, how you doing, mate? You all right? Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, by the way. Mother said, evening, I see you talk goodness about your friend George Spaz. Renato said, Sprav and Steamboat will be upset when the truth comes out. Yeah, hopefully this will teach them a lesson and make them bring their prices down. But you know what they'll do, though? What they'll do instead, they'll claim that shit. That's what they'll do. Mother said, Hetelia is the best shot for crossbows in Europe. Gyro said, didn't the Romans have a giant trailer mounted crossbow? Probably. Renato said, the Sprav and Steamboat farms have investments in the companies. That's why you'll never see an honest review. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. But yeah, exactly. And especially if you shoot crossbows and know anything about them, you can often see what he's doing as well. Raoul said you should be getting commission from Merlin. You know, I was tempted to fucking contact him and say. No, I'll tell you what. I'll have to fucking look on their website, see if they've got a fucking affiliate fucking thing. Let me look now, because if there is, I'll fucking apply for it, and I'll tell them why I'm applying. Because some of these companies do have affiliate things. That's a shame. Fucking money I must be making them. God, their bloody website's terrible. Don't get me wrong, I like Merlin Archery, but fuck me. Sometimes try to navigate their fucking website. Alright. Contact us, visit our store, book an appointment about us, meet the team, meet our shooting ambassador. Sponsorship, maybe. No, that's wrong, isn't it? That's a shame. I need some affiliate with them, don't I? Yeah, commission. Mark said, yeah, the standard 7 shot is 50 quid. Go Gun sells a 12 shot for 130 quid, your favourite guy. Raoul said, I bet they sold loads. They must have. The amount of people, I went on there to see if they'd sold out. The amount of people who saying they're buying them and had bought them. In fact, they don't need to give you anything, Mike. You're doing it for. Well, that is the point. That is the point. I will do it for free. Because that is the thing. That's the difference. I just want to get it out there that you fucking hell. You know, that's fucking bargain. Get us all getting our fucking magazine crossbows. Just the spear guns are a thing. Using them out of water, you get one shot before it breaks. But it's a good last ditch item. Yes. Yeah, my brother made quite a cool item once. He set up a briefcase that essentially had like a spear gun mechanism inside it. And you know, like these fucking briefcases that had like guns in. Well, his briefcase, it was only for like a video, had a fucking single shot bolt that would shoot out from a fucking spear gun. Yeah, you just pulled this little ring up on the handle, and it'd shoot a fucking like a bolt into you. The talent said, only a bargain if you have a garden. You could shoot indoors. Shooting doors from your kitchen into your workshop. That's an all right distance. Get one. So anyway, I hope you're all having a good evening. I hope you've had a good Halloween. I'm not fucking off. I'm just, don't forget to like the stream. Saint said, has that crossbow got any sort of string safety so the bolts don't ping off if you bump or drop it? I'm not too familiar with the mechanism. Well, I was looking at that and I can't tell. I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Yeah, I think it does. It does look like it has something that goes over, because that crossbow does in general have that feature. It has like a bit that goes over so the string can't come up. But I think that's quite a rare thing to happen anyway. But that is a concern of any crossbow where it's just sat in a groove. But yeah. Charles, a briefcase with a gun in it. I know that gun. Yeah, MP5. Yes, that's it. You can get one with like a Mac 10 in it, I think. I need to get a decent backstop to do that. Wouldn't risk hitting my books. No, true. Yeah, I would pick the crossbow up and just show you all these features on it. But if I pick that up, YouTube will think it's a gun, and then they'll shut the live stream down. Roll said, give us who never thought we'd be able to afford a magazine crossbow the opportunity to own one. Genuinely grateful for the heads up. Oh, anytime, mate. And because I'm the same. The only reason I have any of the magazine crossbows is because I've been donated them. I couldn't afford one either. I could never buy a magazine crossbow. Apart from the Redback XR, which I love the fucking Redbacks, but that was just not a good setup. Fucking magazine shoots off sometimes. But that, yeah, I could buy that. Renato said, add 0 jam so back crossbow. Oh, excellent, mate. That's great. Mel, how you doing, Mel? You right, mate? How you getting on with all your stuff? Saint said, imagine someone nicking your briefcase with a load of crossbow in it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, how you doing, Mel? You right, mate? Metallic, Mel is the Mel I met at, I don't know if you met Mel, did you? But I met Mel at Derby Meet. Yeah, I ain't too bad, mate. I ain't too bad. My hands are still fucked, but yeah. That is what it is, but yeah. I know they're still fucked because even just mild little things make them hurt. I just hope they get better, because if they don't, that's fuck. I won't be making anything much unless I'm prepared to be in agony afterwards. I said, I expect I did, but memory is like a fish and all that. Now said a lot better now, mate. All clear on the. Oh, bloody hell. Fucking excellent news, mate. Congratulations. That is excellent now. Fucking hell. Nice one, mate. Nice one. You can get on with your projects now. My blood test hasn't come back with anything, which I suppose is a good thing. TC said, what's the best crossbow value for money? What magazine? Why not say that? I'd probably say that. Pistol crossbow, magazine crossbow, or a full-size crossbow. Because I'll tell you what, I do like the adder. Don't get me wrong, I do like the adder, but I class the adder as a full-size crossbow. That adder is as big as a Jaguar. It's just not as wide. And the power you can get out of it is more in line with a full-size crossbow than a pistol. So yeah, I don't know. The adder is expensive though. That's probably your best fucking that, or single shot pistol crossbow. Best one you can get is Redback, in my opinion. Mark said, Mike, do you still like the single shot bows? Yeah, I was thinking about it earlier. I've still got there's my Jaguar up there. I don't shoot it very often. I was thinking about it today. This is the weird thing, right? I don't shoot my full size crossbows very often, and in all honesty, it's a weird one. I don't buy many full size ones. That one was given to me. That's a £175 compound. It's massive, way too powerful for my garden. The £150 Jaguar is great. Great. It's exactly what you need in a full size crossbow. You don't need any more than that. But yeah, I just don't shoot them because I just prefer the self cocking ones. If I'm gonna use anything in like line with a full size crossbow, I would use my EK Archery R9. The R9 with like £130 limb on it, self cocking. Yeah, but don't get me wrong, I would never get rid of my Jaguar, and I love it, and I think it's a proper decent crossbow. But I just don't shoot it often because I prefer self cocking ones now. Charles and Mike, you just need employees. Use that term for legal defense. Yes. Carlos, how you doing, mate? He said, evening, Mike. Thanks for sharing my story. Just in well, thank you for joining in, Carlos. It was excellent, mate. Thank you. Yeah, did you like it? Cheers, mate. I do appreciate you joining in, by the way. That was a good it wasn't a story, was it? But yeah. Can't think of the word to describe it, what it is. Not event. Encounter, maybe, I don't know. Raoul said, I only had the Gecko and the Jaguar 2 before this alligator. Renato said, but aren't all these crossbows made in Taiwan and all from Penang? All of them, they added the same. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. They may well be all from the same place. I don't know. Hello, Cracker. How you doing, mate? Do you need a form of ID to purchase the 60mm crossbow? How do you get them on Amazon? I don't think they're on Amazon, and you will need an ID, yes, sadly. I don't know what you need, but you will need an ID. Guys, I didn't get ID'd for my 2.2 air rifle. Mark said, the good thing about the R9 is you can shoot 15-inch and 7-inch bullets. That's why I like it. My R9, it's not in here at the minute, but my R9 is set up with a quiver underneath with full-size bolts in. All those bolts have got broadheads on. And that's what I'd use as a full-size one. I do need to get a higher... Well, I've got one. I need to put my higher limb on the R9, though. Carlos is fucking weird is the word you're looking for. Yes. That might be worth testing the bow in the next day or two in case it's crap. Don't want loads of people buying them if they're rubbish. Hopefully it'll be great. Well, I have seen videos of it, my queen, and it does look good. I've seen no one really complain. Someone who's in the chat has said they've never had any issues with theirs and they've had one. But yeah, I do get you. Raoul said passport, provisional, or driving license. That's just the nature of buying anything like that now. I know it's shit that you got to do that, but unless you go into a shop, that's what they do now. That's part of the new laws. That's I think that's one of the other things that they did. Renato said you can modify the adder with a magazine to shoot large arrows. Mother said the R9 is great for beginners. Well, great for anything. I love the R9. It's just nice being able to cock things like that because it's a lot slower having to bend over, pull a string up. You know, Carlos said I like the red butt, but don't mention the bayonet. I'm looking up there, quiver and bayonet. You'll get one eventually, mate. You'll get one eventually. If I didn't have the shit ones on my two, I'll take one off and give you that. But mine are like the prototype ones that aren't like quite good enough to sell. Matat said you can get backstop that aren't bulky, but are dense enough. Oh, can you? Yes, you can. To stop a bolt, but soft enough to not damage it. Yeah, definitely. Yes, yeah, you can. Joel said, even a weak crossbow can be made super deadly. Cracker said, did you play character? No, you know what? I've never actually watched The Walking Dead or played the game. But I know that Daryl, when he shoots his crossbow, he can pull the string back with one hand. Saint said, maybe this Christmas we could get some WC Christmas cards. I'm up for that. I once, one year, did give out WC postcards, Christmas postcards. Go on to Dwayne Myers' channel, XDM50, right? And look in the background on his wall. He's got two things from me. He's got a knuckle duster sticker, and then you'll see, put it in full screen, right? And then you'll see a picture of me in front of my gun board, like this, of like Merry Christmas or something like that. That was years ago. Mark said, you always worry about losing. Yeah, that's gone. You're going to write again, I reckon. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, please. My shoulder's out today. But yeah. Get your fucking... here's a little bit of trivia for you, which I thought was quite cool. Most of the places where I look, that is called the Mankung Sobek, right? So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to look up what Sobek means. So you know the version of that is called the alligator, and that is basically the alligator of a magazine. Sobek is the king of the alligators, or the alligator god king. I thought that was quite cool. Yeah. Sobek is like the god king of alligators. But Alex said, Pergio said, ducking out. Did you really, Pergio? Nice to see you on, mate. Yeah, thank you for the joining in the other thing. Can't fucking talk. It's Renata. That is quite cool, isn't it? I thought it was. Yeah, I just thought I was curious to see what the word Sobek meant. Yeah, Sobek is like the god of alligators. Yeah. Carla said, is it the Halloween special tomorrow night? So the Halloween special has been on tonight. That's been on already. It was only an hour and a half because that was how many people joined in. I had an hour and a half's worth of footage. That's been and done. You can rewatch that. Tomorrow night is the Spyroverse special, which is on for about 2 hours and 20 minutes tomorrow. Yeah. So there's another special on tomorrow, starting at 9:30. Persia said, hope that they were enjoyed. I think they were. I enjoyed them. Mark said, always worry about your fingers with a single recurve bow. Carlos, you got mixed up. Yeah. Yeah, Spyroverse special tomorrow with the new documentary that I've made. And I hope you should like it. It's fucking, I think it's great. Oh, God. Yes, Spyroverse special tomorrow, full of utter mentalness. Please join in tomorrow. It's fucking great. I'm just going to click a video because I can see some writing on it and I'm wondering what it says. So ignore what this writing is because I don't actually know what it says. It might be relevant, it might not.
Is it worth it? Oh, yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
It's all right, you don't need to join in on camera. 27 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Get your crossbows in. Matthew said, I've got a question. I want to go to a military affair. What's a good one to go to? So I don't know. I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. Hello, Big EOG Popper. How are you? He said, what's the best air pistol you can carry in the UK? I know it can't be bigger than 6 foot. What's the most powerful, you mean? What's the best air pistol? You can't carry it, though. But, fucking hell. There's a few that are 6 foot pound-ish. I always really liked the Crossman 2240, which is that just there. Sadly, Mafia, I don't know any, so I can't help you. But keep asking, and people might come on and tell you. Mother said, support WC in his high-quality content, help him build his own museum. Yes. Did anybody know any military? Where do you live, Mafia? Southern, Northern, you know? Saints and Mafia, look up D&B Military. They do fairs all over the UK. Renato said, no, it's just gone. Joel said, there is a Crossman pistol that pumps up. Yeah, my brother had it. Yeah. That's like the 2240, but you pump it. Raoul, thank you for joining in, mate. Take care. See you soon, mate. Mark said the Artemis P800. But there's a few 6-foot-ish, 6-foot-pound air pistols you can get now. It's worth looking on Pel Packs. Cracker said, is that a real long barrel shotgun? Oh, I'm too lazy to go and do it. All of the shotguns up there are deactivated because if they were actual working, they'd have to be in a safe. So it said, better get free entry to the WC entry. Well, it depends what time you turn up. Because when I do set up the museum, you're going to have to find out. I might do a membership thing. But you need to find out the opening times. The opening times, to have a museum, I've looked this up, you have to have a sign saying, you know, the museum and the opening times, right? It doesn't say how big it has to be. So if I stick this up on the fucking soffit and fascia under my roof, about that big, with the times and the price on, can't say I didn't have a sign up. That's will the Ned Hunter take its place or not? Oh, I don't know, maybe. Thing is, though, technically air rifles are supposed to be locked up. They don't need to be in a safe, but air rifles are supposed to be in at least a locked cupboard. So, yeah. The Crossman 2240 takes CO2 bulbs. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Saint said, think a locked bedroom door. Maybe. Maybe that does. I'm not sure. That'd still be in a locked room, wouldn't it? Persia, my baby. Someone took my baby. I'd get it out and show everyone, but I can't, Persia. Yeah, that probably would, Saint. Does the safe have to be bolted to the wall? If a shotgun needs to be in a safe that's bolted to the wall, air rifles only need to be, as far as I know, in a locked cupboard. Don't have to be a safe. So mine are in a locked box. That's enough. A wooden box is enough if it's locked. It's just so they can't be accessed easily by children. A locked bedroom door, as Saint says, probably good enough. That's no different than a fucking cupboard, is it? You know, big cupboard. Hello, Tactical. You missed all your shit going out there, fucking granny bashing. Zara said, safe needs to be bolted if less than 250 kilograms. Persia says, sounds like I personally am the 1377 model. So the rose and the red, violets are blue. This stream is shit, so I'm unfollowing you. Get fucking lost, you. Go on, fuck off.
We have to take this abuse much longer.
Where are we? Renato said, in my country, the safe has to be bolted to the wall. Yeah, if it's a shotgun, the safe has to be bolted to the wall. Air rifles don't need to be in safes, though. That's what I'm saying. Air rifle doesn't need to be in the safe. Air rifle just needs to be either in a locked room, Saint reckons, and I know that they definitely need to be in a locked cupboard. Doesn't say that cupboard can't be laid down on the floor, which is what that is essentially. I'm all right, Jack. Your hands ain't no better. Yeah. Spy Reverse special tomorrow. You missed your reading earlier. That maybe you was on watching. Yeah. It's been all right. It was reasonably quiet on the Halloween special, but in a way that was nice because that just meant people was watching. Yeah. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. So I'll be on for about another half an hour. Tomorrow night, as I said, is a Spyroverse special. That's about 2 hours long. When that finishes, I'll do a live stream and maybe a late night live stream. I don't know. But that said, is a locked case as good as a locked cupboard? Potentially, I suppose, as long as it's locked away. Let's ask Google, shall we? What are the restrictions on air rifles being kept in homes in the UK? Reasonable precautions to prevent unauthorized access by anyone under 18. This is AI, by the way, so this is probably fucking mostly wrong. But obviously it's taking this from places it's read it, but they are often wrong. Must be stored securely and out of sight. Pellets must be stored separately. Lockable storage recommended. A robust locked cupboard or purpose-built gun cabinet. Store the air weapon inside the house or have an outbuilding. That's about it. That's AI, so that's probably fucking mostly wrong. Where are we? The Void Perkins tactical, you have to laugh. There's straight away off-fund parts sites for the 1377. Carl said, I'll have to catch up you on the Spyverse thing. I'm camping in an 800-year-old castle. That sounds good, mate. That sounds good. Saint said you asked her about my channel. Yeah, it didn't know nothing. John said, is that fake, the wall hanging? That's the actual real board. That one has got its cover on it, so I can't be asked to take it off. But the stuff that you see there is actually there. It's just there was an issue for a while with guns on live streams, and they was getting funny with them just being in the background. I seem all right now. That was when because it's a fucking bot that does it, I think. Joe said that sounds right from what I remember when reading up on air guns. Yeah. So yeah, no, yours should be fine then, Metallic. Apparently the pellets have to be stored separately, yeah. I suppose what that does, that stops if someone gets it, they can't shoot it. What was that? Sorry, I had a weird comment. So, does anybody know anything about backstops for? I know Metallic that you can go on to places like Merlin Archery and Prepper Shop and actually buy fully packed backstops. The only thing is, you don't want one that's too small. You want one about this big, really, because that's quite hard to hit the first time you are sighting in your crossbow. Saints, just asked DuckDuckGo ChatGPT about you, and it went into in-depth what your channel is. I asked WeaponCollector YouTube channel. Go and ask one of them AI things how many subscribers I've got. I dare you. Ask one of them. Look, let's ask AI. How many subscribers does WeaponCollector YouTube channel have? That's actually right this time. Showing me up, you fucking bastard. Showing me up. Usually it says 250 fucking thousand. It needs to be thin. Fucking showed me up there. It did Saint. Actually got it right. Actually, well, this says 48,200. So that's added at least 400 fucking. No, that is right. Yeah. Fucking showing me up. There you go. That's that done. That's the biggest issue is how thick it is. That's what she said. John said, interesting how they do it with the ferrets. Mark said, backstops can be pricey. Big sheets of smartboard are a cheap option. Joel said, that's what YouTube says too. DC said, I heard of people in the countryside who will overpower air guns using springs from motorbikes. Likely highly illegal. Yeah, well, that's firearm defense, isn't it? So you can get quite badly done for that. But yeah, there's multiple methods that people use to bump up the power of their air rifles. I wouldn't bother personally. The issue is it's just not worth it because the amount of power you get out of it and the kind of punishment you could receive, it's just not worth the bother. It's, in my opinion, it's not worth the bother. It's different, as you say, like these people are out in the countryside who, you know, yeah, but I've never seen the point of it. So it said old sofa cushions, big sheet of MDF or ply, maybe even some bricks behind, maybe some make a good backstop. Yeah. I've stuffed newspaper into big washing powder boxes, and they work fucking great. You can't shoot through those, and they don't damage the bolts unless they're really shit like Vlad bolts. So it says shot an old wooden plank and the pellet came back and hit me in the leg. So watch out, yeah. Knights Templar, how are you? He said, did you hear about men of England meeting up in a location? No, I do not know about that, mate. I do not know. Italic said, what's smartboard? Google is only showing me classroom style smartboards. Renato said, Hurricane Storm expandable archery target. Tacticals are laughing off of motorbike springs. I've stripped hundreds of bikes over the years and never found a spring that fit an air rifle. God. Mark said, I've seen your washing powder box, I'll tell you what, Mark, they work really well. I still use mine regularly. Yeah, they do. They do work. They do work. Most targets, it just depends what's in them. That's what they come down to in the long run. What the outer bag or whatever is just the thing that holds it in it. It's all the shit that goes in it, really. Yeah, and newspapers and bits of carpet, and you know that works. And especially if you have something about that thick, they ain't gonna go through that. Knights Templar, I should look that up tomorrow. Did you say tomorrow? John said no eggs at the window this night, man. I've been asleep most of the evening. Got up at 8:30. We didn't put enough. Normally, what they'll do, they'll put like a pumpkin in the window and then kids will come round. But they didn't put anything in the window tonight. So the only people who came round, no one would egg my. Nobody knows that's what egg my fucking windows anyway. We didn't have any randomers tonight. It was all people who knew us. So, you know, regular people who have always, you know, friends and that. You know what I mean? Blades, Military UK, how you doing, mate? You all right? Nice to see you on. And he said, hi, mate. Not legal advice, but 12-foot-pound limit air rifles in the UK not legally required to be stored in a locked room cupboard. If no miners in the property, must be secure, front and back locked. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you. So, Metallic, yours would be fine where it is. I do appreciate that, mate. I really do. Yeah, I've not looked up the laws and the restrictions for a long time. I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you. TC said, can you still get older air rifles that are overpowered, or do you need any air rifle that's over 12 foot-pound? You do need some kind of license for it, yeah. you would be breaking the law without license. Saint said, I swear Halloween has been slowly dying over the years. Maybe 2 houses on the street. I'll tell you what, Saint. I walked up the village. They're fucking everywhere. For about a month. I was fucking rife where I live, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I've always done it that Halloween is tonight and that's it. It's not a monthly thing. That's come about from like the internet, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to me, I just always found it bizarre. You know, you don't do bonfire night all of November. You know what I mean? It's one night. Anyway, I went up the village a couple of times. There's fucking houses all over the place, fully decorated. It's mad. All over the place around here, yeah. Joe said you can use a bag of broken tiles. Yeah, but not for a crossbow. You break all your bolts, wouldn't you? But yeah, that would be like a shooting one, wouldn't it? Where are we? Damn you, Christian, stealing my festival stakes first. Using powder matches coating and adding to the pellets. Yes, well, exactly. TC said, why is Halloween taking over bonfire night? Real shame. Yeah, I quite like bonfire night. What I'll do, I think bonfire night's next weekend, isn't it? So let me have a look. Yeah, bonfire night's next Friday. So I might sit in the garden and have a fire next week if you want. Shall we do a bonfire special? Bonfire night special? Saint said, you sound like Afghan at Halloween. Fucking. As I say, I'm not complaining though. I think it's quite like funny and but yeah, fucking everywhere. Metallic said, some great ideas for backstop. Thank you all. I'm shooting indoors in a very limited area. Very little storage options. Metallic said, so going through the backstop would be destroying my books. Yeah. Yeah. You need something reasonably thin, big enough to at least sight your crossbow in, though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not an option. They said you used to love chucking fireworks as a kid. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. First thing I said to the kids when they got back from fucking trick or treat, and I said, "Get any fags? Did anyone give you? And I said, did you get any money? Did you get any fags off anyone? And did anyone give you fireworks? Because there used to be a fucking nut around the corner who used to give us fireworks. We'd go. What we used to do though, we used to deliberately go to all the houses that didn't have Halloween decorations in. Do you know why? Because if you go and knock on the houses that don't have decorations, they won't have any sweets. Do you know what they'll give you instead? Money. So we'd go and do that until we had enough money to buy some drugs. Renato said, this hurricane target prevents arrows from breaking and makes it easy to remove, resulting in fewer arrows to buy. Yeah, sounds great. Renato said, those expandable ones look quite good. So I said, fireworks are like 30 quid for sparklers nowadays, 100 quid for some rockets. Yeah, I bet they're quite. There's restrictions on fireworks now, isn't there? Now, I may be wrong about this, but I thought I read somewhere that shops are now only allowed to sell fireworks on certain nights, as in bonfire night and certain other celebrations and what do you call it? Like New Year's Eve. So they're difficult to buy now. I may be wrong about that though. Gyro said, use ballistic gels. Well, the only thing with ballistic gel is it does go off. Ballistic gel goes off after a while because it is a food product. Yeah, it's quite heavy and bulky as well. So weren't French bangers and Roman candles popular back in the? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we used to just get little rockets. They came with a tube. You get bangers, and then you get these rockets. The actual rocket bit was about that long, the stick was about that long. You get the plastic tube with it. You'd stick it in, hold the tube, light it, and you could shoot wherever you want. Joe said, yeah, certain night. Oh, yeah, as far as I'm aware, fireworks are quite difficult to buy now unless you go to, I suppose, like the corner shops would suddenly be selling them. I don't think they're allowed to unless it's on like one night now. Again, I may be wrong about that, but I've definitely read that. That said, it would have to pack down small, have no storage. Yeah. Ballistic gel wouldn't be an option for metallic. That would work as a backstop, but also the amount she'd need. Yeah. Yeah, because ballistic gel, well, unless it's proper ballistic gel, but homemade ballistic gel, you make it out of, I can't remember what it's called now. Gelatin. Mark said, I bought a Mackenzie speed bag a few weeks ago. Works great from the couch to the hall, 10 foot away. Nice. That's a good idea, that. A good idea. Signal flares are not. 2mm Beretta came with 6 signal flares and an adapter. That's pretty cool. Did you say you found some ammunition for that in the end then? 2mm. That big. Decent fireworks are fucking expensive now. I used to have a mate who used to save up all his fucking pocket money for fucking months and months and months leading up to fireworks night. And then he'd go into the shop, about 15 years old, I don't know what they used to sell it in. Well, because they just want the money, didn't they? Buy the biggest fucking firework he could find. He'd often come out with something about that fucking long, like that, and then we'd take it to the fucking woods, shoot on the motorway. We was fucking dickheads, I'll tell you. Saint said, wonder if you could put fireworks in. You could. You definitely could. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, bought some on Etsy, 20 cartridges and 62mm still. Nice. That's pretty mental. Yeah. Yeah, he's to save up all his money to get these giant fucking fireworks. Well, just one, because he'd spend the whole lot, about fucking £100 for a massive fucking thing. By the way, I'll be off in about 10 minutes. Tomorrow night will be Spyverse special, 9:30 to about 11:30. And then I'll do a live stream afterwards and hopefully a late night live stream as well. But I don't know at this point. But I'll definitely be on tomorrow. Late. Yeah. Go say £40 for 20 cartridges, 60 shot, matches the price from the manufacturer who sells the gun. Nice. Berger said, we used to buy the cheap rockets and remove the stick and throw them at each other. They went over. Yeah, we had a couple of times when we was chucking them up when we went under the little tunnel there's like a tunnel that we called the Love Tunnel. Or the Tunnel of Love. I think we used to call it the Love Tunnel. We fucking chucked some up there and we was in it. And they'd go all over the place because they ain't got the stick. Yeah. Good night, Saint. Yeah, I'll be off in 10 minutes. Blades and military said, basically, I read that the law says reasonable precautions to prevent access to minors as well as secure property. So if no minors, then only the property has to be secured. So no open windows either. I appreciate that, mate. That's a very good bit of advice. Good night, Saint. President also used to put them in bags of flour and use them like a smoke bar. I never tried that. That's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Yeah, it's been all right tonight. Been a nice chat. I ain't going off quite yet. But I shall be rewatching immediately after this. Yeah, don't miss your reading. You got to see Penny's reading though, didn't you? Or did you fall asleep? Mark said, good night, I'm off to sleep. My eyes are stinging now. Good night, Mark. I'll get your thing off to you Monday. Thesis wood, flour would act as an accelerant. Doctor said, we used to get PVC pipes for mini rockets and shoot them out like RPGs, yes. Oh, Carl's good. That's all right, Pudgy. It was reasonably quiet. There was a fair amount of people watching, but I think they was just watching, if that makes sense, which is just nice, because sometimes when everyone's chatting over it, it does think, oh, well, they're not watching then. You know what I mean? So it's nice that people were sort of being quiet when it was on. Joe said, I'll send you pictures and email, Mike. Yep, definitely, man. By the way, Joe, sorry if I don't reply. It's not that I don't read them, but often what it is, I read it, and then my intention is to just talk to you about it on the live stream. That's how I reply, if that makes sense. Yeah. Mark said, thank you for that, Mike. I'll let you know. Let me know if you need any help. Nice one, Mark. Take care, mate. Good night. But I said, no, the flower will explode out and make it like smoke. Yeah, I said, replying isn't meant to do. I appreciate you understanding that, because some people get a bit upset that I don't reply. But what it is, often if someone on a live stream said to me, I'll message you, I do read it, and then my intention is to come back on the live stream and carry on talking about them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I look forward to seeing that, because it's very interesting stuff. Yeah, I'll be off in a bit. Yeah, it's been all right. Been an all right night. I feel quite relaxed tonight. It's been quite stressful. I've been going absolutely fucking mental making these videos recently. So it means a lot that people enjoy it and it goes well and blah, blah, blah. And because like the Spider-Verse stuff and the Halloween video, that's been a good like couple of weeks worth of editing every day. Spider-Verse stuff I've been doing for over a fucking month. Editing for 2 hours of footage. Actually, probably there's probably an hour and a half worth of brand new footage tomorrow night. There's like 12, I think, new clips, or 8. There's 12 tonight. There's eight new clips, 8 brand new content. You know, some of it 10 minutes long, 5 minutes long, 50 minutes long. I'm also going to repeat episode 6 tomorrow so that we can have that fresh, so that next month when I do the episode concluding that, it'll be a bit more fresher in people's brains. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have a little relax. I feel like everything's done now. It's all on there, ready to go. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to drink tomorrow. I feel like having a drink, but I had a mild gout attack recently and it's put me off wanting to drink. Because that shit's fucking painful. I managed to stop it the same day it started. So I woke up and I had a bit of gout and I managed to stop it that day. But what it does, if you do get gout, even mildly, it damages the joint and then your fucking foot hurts for... Like, I can walk fine. I don't really feel it. But I noticed when I walked up the post office the other night, my foot was hurting a bit. And that was only maybe the whole trip back and forward, about 300 fucking meters. Yeah. So I wouldn't have been able to go on that cemetery walk anyway, because if I can't walk that far without hurting, might be different with my boots on. But anyway, I'm a bit worried about drinking so soon after I had it. Persia said, let me know on the Discord if you are, and I should get some business. What I might do, Persia, if I do drink, and I probably will, I'm just going to have to make sure I do everything to make sure it doesn't happen. So I'll make sure when I go to bed, I drink a lot of water. I'll do some gout remedies and all that shit. And what I'll do is I'll buy some vodka. I'll probably just buy a small bottle of vodka and just start drinking late. Yeah. So I probably will, Persia. I probably will. Dad said, walked up the post office, balaclava in hand. That's it. I wish. So I can afford all these crossbows suddenly. I said, don't remember asking for dating advice, Dad. Yeah, that's what the old grannies are, isn't it? They're fucking. He was out there fucking getting the pension day. Is that on Friday? Is it Dad to come? Oh God. Fuck's sake. Yeah, it's been a nice, relaxing night. I feel like I've had a lot of work and it's finally done. Yeah. You lot fucking better be on for the fucking thing tomorrow. I bet no one will be on. I fucking put a lot of work in this. If not, what I'll do, this will happen anyway. sometime soon, I'm going to put the new documentary and the clips on as their own thing. Because obviously a lot of people don't watch these long videos. Only like us lot do. The live stream viewers watch the long stuff. But so I will put the documentary on as its own video for people to find rather than a Spyro special, which people aren't going to look for. Well, tactical most successful chat up line. Get in the van. Hello, Ark, Moon, our series. How are you? You all right? I'm not too bad. I'm going off in a little bit though, but how are you? Just noticed I've got this on here. Never looked so young. As you know, said, bro, thanks for letting me know. Merlin in the UK. It's on my doorstep, 30 miles. That's all right. You can go and fucking yeah, just go there and buy it. Don't need show ID then. What you been doing, Arkman? How can I ask you? Are you a regular, or have you only just found it? Did you find this randomly, or what? I'm just curious. It's always nice to know. Or are you like a regular viewer who but doesn't like chat on live streams much? Carl, getting off mic, turning into a pumpkin, night, or if I get signal tomorrow, I'll log in and catch up. Good night, Carlos. Thank you for joining in the thing. I appreciate it, mate. Pledger said, is that what triggered the Mandela effect about Good Boy Horses? It was watching the Ed Gein series, right? I've always known that as Crying Over You. And it's always been Crying Over You. And I put it on today. I was folding my clothes. I thought, fuck it, I'll listen to a bit of music while I can listen to the music and do something practical. And I kept thinking, this doesn't sound right. Her voice don't sound right. I thought, what is going on? Is this some kind of weird like version of it? I watched 3 different ones. They all sounded wrong, and it weren't Crying Over You, it was Flying Over You now. So yeah. And if you claim it's always been Flying Over You, you're from a different reality than me. Lazy Day said, I followed you for ages, mate. Wasn't sure if you were okay though. No, if you were UK though. Okay though. UK or okay? I'm okay. Arkman said, people say I'm a Christian, but I'm not anything. I'm just me. Yeah, it's Crying Over You, Persia. And that's what it used to be. I listened to it today and it's like, that's not right. That's not how it used to be. I've changed it. I was tempted to get out my fucking Silence of the Lambs DVD. That's why you asked if Merlin, yeah, it was UK Merlin, yeah. Well, people see the guns and automatically assume I might be in America or something, yeah. I do not know who they are. Did you? I'll fuck you hard. Oh, fuck's sake. Go and watch the Ed Gein fucking monster thing. It's fucking great. Really, really, really good. Right. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm going to fuck off and I'll see you tomorrow night, 9:30 for a Spyroverse special. The first thing that's on tomorrow night is the brand new documentary. Then loads of new content. Nearly all of it's new content. We'll have some of the classic adverts, a load of new ones, a load of new scenes. And then it will end with a rerun of episode 6, all right? Thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. Tomorrow is going to be a special night, so enjoy yourselves. See you later. I'm going to fucking get to bed, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something. All right. See you later. Good night. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I've got a good night thing on here. No. All right. Cheers for watching, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow night. Do not miss it. All right, 9:30. See you later, everyone. For those of you who live alone, close all your windows and lock all your doors. Yes. Yeah, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can donate if you want. Links in the description. See you later. Good night.